hurt. He didn't know why he'd been so nasty to her. Dugan ducked his head against his knees and closed his eyes, settling in for a right proper wallow. The chilly moisture on the back of his burning neck felt good, and he tried to focus on that instead of the stinging pain of his hands. Not 5 wretched minutes passed before a bowl of clean water appeared in the space between his feet. A cup, this one full of a liquid the colour of caramel, joined it. Astonished, Dugan looked up to find that the girl had returned, except now she brandished a long and dangerous-looking pair of scissors and a determined wrinkle between her brows. "Let me see your hands." Hadn't he sufficiently frightened her away? Dugan eyed the scissors with suspicion. They looked both gigantic and sharp in her tiny hand. "What are those for? Protection? Revenge?" His question produced that gap-toothed smile of hers, and his heart did a little leap and landed in his stomach. "Don't be silly," she chided gently, as she set them aside and reached for his hands. Dugan jerked them both away from her reach and scowled as he hid them behind his back. "Here now," she coaxed. "Give them over." "Nay." Her brow puckered further. "How am I supposed to doctor your wounds if you insist on hiding them from me?" "You're not a doctor," Dugan spat. "Leave me be." "My father was a captain in the Crimea," she patiently explained. "He learned a little about doctoring cuts so they didn't fester on the battlefield." That arrested his attention. "Did he kill people?" Dugan asked, unable to help himself. She thought about this a moment. "He had good many medals pinned to the coat of his uniform, so I think he must have, though he never said so." "I'll bet he used a rifle," Dugan said, diverted by thoughts he deemed manly and grown up. Thoughts of war and glory. "And a bayonet," the girl supplied helpfully. "I got to touch it once when he was cleaning his weapon by the fire." "Tell me what it was like," he demanded. "Let me tend your hands, and I will." Her sea-storm eyes sparkled at him. "Very well." Cautiously, he pulled his wounded hands from behind him. "But ye have to start from the beginning." "I will," she promised with a solemn nod. "And dinna leave anything out." "I won't." She picked up the cup of water. Dugan leaned forward and extended his palm toward her. She winced at the broken flesh, but cradled his wounded hand in both of hers like one would a baby bird, before reaching for the bowl of water to trickle it over the cut. When he snarled in pain, she began to describe her father's rifle to him, the way the little coils fit together, the clicking noises of the levers, the silt and stench and sparkle of the black powder. She poured the alcohol over his wounds, and Dugan hissed breath through his teeth, trembling with the effort it took not to snatch his hands away from her. To distract himself from the pain, he focused his blurring vision on the droplets of moisture collecting like diamonds in her abundant curls. Instead of making her hair heavy and straight, the rain seemed to coil the ringlets tighter and anoint the silvery strands with a darker gloss of spun gold. His finger itched to test the curls, to twirl and pull them, and see if they bounced back into place. But he kept absolutely still while she wrapped the strips of her petticoat around his palm with painstaking care. "Tell me your name," he demanded in a hoarse whisper. "My name is Farah." He could tell the question pleased her, because a tiny dimple appeared in her cheek. "Farah Leigh," she cut off abruptly, frowning at the tidy knot she'd just produced. "Aye," he said alertly. "Farah Leigh, what?" Her eyes were more grey than green when they met his. "I've been forbidden to utter my family name," she said, "or I'll get me and the person I told into trouble, and I don't think you need any more trouble." Dugan nodded. That wasn't so uncommon here at Applecross. "I'm Dugan of the Clan Mackenzie," he announced proudly, "and I have 11 years. She looked properly impressed, which ingratiated her to him even more. "I have 8 years," she told him. "What did you do that was so wicked?"